Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Buccaneers Daily. My name is Jackson. I post daily Bucs content, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys enjoy it. So, good news. Let's get this started with some good news. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the easiest remaining schedule in the NFL. So at 2-2 right now, you're actually still tied for first place in the NFC South. But I think we all can agree right now that the Buccaneers, especially their offense, which we just saw Tom Brady throw for 385 yards and 3 touchdowns. Up until that game against the Kansas City Chiefs, though, the offense was a little bit injured, whether it was on the offensive line or in the wide receiver room, so it took a little bit of time to get it going. The defense through the first 3 weeks was incredible, and of course, like every possible thing that could have went bad against the Chiefs. Todd Bowles had this to say on his defense. Everything in this game fell on the defense side of the ball, Bowles said. You name it, we did it. Missed tackles, missed assignments, bad calls, and it also doesn't help muffing your opening kickoff and giving the Kansas City Chiefs essentially a 7-0 head start. That doesn't help. But currently, I'm reading some power rankings, and we got the Buccaneers coming in at number 6, and I think that's fair for all the reasons I just mentioned. I think the Buccaneers have the best defense in the league. However, currently, it's not the best defense in the league because you gave up 28 points in one half to the Kansas City Chiefs, and they had 41 through 3, and they actually stuck with 41. But when you give up almost 30 points by halftime, you're not winning the game. And even if there is a sliver of hope, if they have 40 by the third quarter, and the third quarter isn't even over, you're also probably not winning the game still. So you just got to put everything together. You have the Atlanta Falcons this upcoming weekend, and I think that's where you really look to, the defense, just do your thing. Do what you did the first 3 weeks, and the offense, do what you did last week. Finally, although there are some injuries, there are still some tweaks, whether it's on the line or the wide receiver room, at least you have Mike Evans back. Mike Evans is back, and that is music to my ears. Russell Gage, Chris Godwin is back. Julio Jones, a couple of those guys are still banged up, but Mike Evans is back, and that's, to me, the biggest importance, back from his suspension, and we saw it in full effect with the 2 touchdowns and over 100 receiving yards this past week against Kansas City. Now, I actually just saw that, I don't want to actually touch on this too much because it's none of my business. Tom Brady looks like the divorce is getting finalized, and, we all could kind of tell that Tom Brady looked off, especially towards the end of the summer, the end of the offseason, when we started getting into training camp. Took that extended absence, which is out of the norm, but it wasn't, cause for concern or anything like that. It's just taken Tom some time to get kind of just into the groove of offense. And, the 385 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions, that's reason to have no concern. I have zero concerns with Tom Brady. It just makes so much more sense. When he had that opening presser at training camp, the guy looked so down. He looked just like he had no energy left. He looked honestly a little bit depressed. And so this isn't crazy surprising news to me, but it is kind of just a little bit of an answer. So hopefully Tom and his family can get everything cleared up, and hopefully it doesn't have too much of a stain on Tom's impact this upcoming season. But almost 400 passing yards, I have a hard time believing that it will. So by the end of the season, we all know the Buccaneers offense is going to be rolling. The Buccaneers defense is going to be rolling. You just got to get healthy and stay healthy. That's really what it's going to boil down to. And next week against Atlanta, I really think is when things come together. I don't want to talk about a blowout win. I don't want to put any bad juju on them, but I think they're going to win, and I think they're going to win heavily. Let me know what you guys are thinking. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for Bucs content. Peace.